Okay, a different angle on our videos. We're going to go through a press up or a push up, up to you what you call it. So what we're looking for is our hand placement, our movement pattern, as well as what the rest of the body is doing. Okay, so press up is obviously an upper body movement, but the rest of the body has a big part in it as well, because you want to hopefully progress in this movement or carry it over to another upper body exercise. It all carries over to everything else. So this is a pushing movement, so this will benefit every pushing movement that you know, even overheads. So what we're going to do is we're going to place our hands on the floor. You'll know when it feels comfortable. It'll kind of be about just outside of shoulder width apart. And if you've got a line on the floor, that will actually help me with my coaching. So a line's on the floor. We want our sternum to go to that line. I see a lot when people do press up, their face will go to that line, okay? So what I'm going to do is just going to show you a full push up, chest to the floor, and then up. So rather than the head to the floor, press up, like so, okay? So if you can't do a full push up like so, you could take it to the knees. But when you're on your knees, you're still ticking those boxes. So you've got that line. Our weight is over our hands because we want our chest to hit that line, rather than keeping that bum up in the air and doing that face to the line. So that line really helps with where your body weight's going on these press-ups. If the depth isn't there, that's fine, because we're still aiming to that good position. And where you are set up for that press-up is going to be training those muscles that you'll want to develop to get more, or your first full push-up. So keep that technique as long as you can, build up. It might be today you did 4 and tomorrow, next week you do 5. It might be steady, but as long as you're doing it right, you'll see the progress. If you're doing it in a wrong form, you're going to be developing the muscles that will not help you develop in that exercise. This is very, sounds like I'm being quite strict with it, but you see it all the time. Like even with pull-ups, people want to improve on their pull-ups, and they want to do more, so then the form goes out the window and they tick the box, I did more, but they've done those reps wrong and they haven't been able to progress. So stick with the technique, even if you're stuck on the same number, and maybe monitor how low you're going. So this is like a nice bend in the elbow, and then back up, okay? And then I'm gonna go bend, maybe touch the floor. That's your goal, chest to floor, and then back up, okay? To make it even easier, you can press up on an object, so you can bring the floor away, bring something up off the floor. So doing press-ups on a box will help. But the main goal is always going to be that sternum towards that imaginary line that's from your hand to hand, okay? So if you haven't got a line, just think of an imaginary line from hand to hand, and your sternum is going to go towards that box. All right, hope that helps. Let me know if it did.